I wanted to make a quick couple of videos that I want to upload with the packages. There was one thing I forgot to mention previously on how to configure it. It's very, very easy. And I wanted to show something that I just added into the MasterList utility, which was super easy to add. And I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so this is a follow-up video for the MasterList utility, and then I'll do the FOMod utility next because I want to upload the packages, and there's no documentation for them. The source code's heavily documented, but there's like really nothing external to look at. Okay, all right. So let's bring up the package real quick. This is what the compressed package is going to look like. The first thing I wanted everyone to see is there is a games configuration. And the games configuration, which is right here, this thing is common throughout all applications. So technically, no application should have its own custom configuration unless it's specific to that application. And that means you hit and forget. So you have this thing, you spend the time to do it once, and then it's importable into it's pretty much into any other app. But the thing I wanted to show you was this line right here. Now these are my settings, but and I left them in there so you can see where to put everything. But right here, you can see, whoops, actually I hit my mic here. So right here, you can see the downloads folder. See here, the downloads folder. This is where you list all locations for downloads. So this is download location 1. And what this is in the main mod helper application, that is how you specify on startup, these are the folders that these are the files and the folders I want you to show when the application starts. That's why when you go to the downloads tab, you see folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. This right here, this little prefix right here, it simply means that this one is the primary. The exclamation point means you can ignore it. Don't even include that in the list. And that's how you can simply include or exclude. And the reason I did this is because this is a remote, and this thing does allow remote locations. So if you specify a location across the internet, it will work. The only problem is, of course, you have to let it through your firewall and all that. But the only problem with that is if you're loading up an application and it needs to check something like that, if it's down, it actually goes through the operating system at the operating system API level. That's where it tries to get to the location. I don't actually test to say, okay, yeah, I can see this is a URI of sorts. So I don't look at these two things and say, oh, it's that. Let me ping it first. And that would save a lot of time because I could have a quick timeout on a ping, and then just a few microseconds later, I could say, okay, yeah, this doesn't exist. I don't have that in there yet. So this allows you to disable it. But this is what it looks like. So when you put the repository, like when you create your repository file, you can put it in that, or you can use this. I would recommend putting it in this, in the applications any. So let's go over here and take a look at the inning. And what we're looking for is the backups tab. It's backups tag. So here's your backup. Where are you? No. I apologize. Not this. It's in the games folder. Each game has its own. I wasn't thinking. So you want to go, let's say Skyrim Special Edition. You want to look for the unmanaged. And I think I deleted it here. Let's see if I have an example that we can use. Um, Give me a second to think, because I really wasn't kind of prepared for all of this, but that's fine. We'll wing it. Okay, so this is the main my mod manager, if you want to call it that, quote. All right, so here's let's find the games and let's look up Skyrim. I don't know if it's in here or not, but let's see. What you have is it's just a text file, and you can see here's the unmanaged file. And you can type this in, but as long as the name starts out with the game name, not the game itself, which the game would be like Skyrim Space, like Skyrim Space Special Editions or Skyrim Space Special Space Edition, whereas the game name is the shorthand name, which is Skyrim SE. So this puts the shorthand name in front of it. Now, technically, I didn't have to do that because it's within the Skyrim folder, but I did that in case for some reason the game gets separated from the folder. You can easily identify which game it goes to. But it's just unmanaged.ini. So that's the name of the file it's going to look for Skyrim. And there is a folder called backups and right here. So here's what you need. Okay, see right here, backups. So technically this needs to say repositories. So I'll probably change this in a little bit later, but I consider it backup because you can back up to different locations. So in a sense, what you would put is, let's say you have a D, whatever you want to call it. You know, you could have like a D backslash. Where's our backslash at? Backslash be hiding somewhere. Okay, so you can put like log1, you can put f/log2, you know, like all of that. You can put whatever mod organizer 2 folder is, your downloads folder for MO2. You can do the same thing for Vortex, your own folders, whatever. And what it does is it looks in the first one. If it can't find it, it'll look in the second one. And basically it combines the file you're looking for and the location name. And that's pretty much all that is and how that works. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And that way it's game specific. Okay, so now back over to this. All right, let's bring this back up. Okay, so this is what the package looks like when you decompress it. You just launch the application. And I've actually got it set up to bring up Skyrim SE first. So that's in here. It's actually in right up here. You can see the username, and then you have default. And the reason you have a username here, you can leave this as default. It doesn't have to be your actual username, but a lot of the libraries are they're actually being refactored and have been originally coded to go by the username because it's multi-user. So therefore, if you have a layout or you have form positions for you, and then there is somebody else using the computer and they have their own layout known form positions, it can differentiate between the two groups of data. And that's really all that's used for. So you can leave that as default, that's fine. And that is just the startup. Basically, this right here where it says log missing opcode calls, or yeah, log, what am I thinking, man? Log missing opcode calls. What this does is you have a function pipe. It's the framework pipe. It's the event pipe, the framework event pipe. If for some reason what you're trying to do doesn't have a case statement, there's nothing that handles that event. If that is set to true, by default, it's off. That's why I got to comment it out. If it's set to true, it'll actually throw up in the message menu, which I'll show you here because we're going to launch this. It'll actually throw it up in the. Oh, did we already launch it? Yeah, we got another one going. Let's not have two. All right. So it'll actually show you down here. It'll say error. You'll actually see it down here. It'll say like bad opcode or something. And I use that because a lot of times I'm kind of in a rush because I've got some things on the burner. So I'll just kind of like throw this in. Or, I'm thinking, oh, I've got the menu option in here and I take it, but then nothing happens. So I'm like, okay, what was the cause of that? Well, it'll actually show you that, hey, I just trapped this telling you that what you're asking to do, I really don't know. There's no case statement for it. So I'm just going to kick enter. And that's basically all it is on a programming level. All right. So, but what I did was I added, we're going to do the same boulder thing. So what I did was I added one line of code, which is right here. I added a single line of code, not here, right here. I added this one line of code. That's it. That's all I put in here. And in effect, what it does this. So I was looking at this and I thought, well, it's kind of confusing because you can't really see what it is you're looking for. If you're just kind of glancing at it. You can't really see what you're looking for without really kind of looking at all this stuff. So I thought, okay, well, what if I had a little tiny icon image that shows a little tiny image file that shows DDS, direct draw surface, that kind of stuff, or NIFs. Uh, it's like, what is that? Like net something interface file or interchange file or something? Yeah, I'm not sure. But that's this. And I only included like maybe 4 arc icons, but it's completely extensible. So what it looks for the file extension, the 3 digits, not the period, and then it simply puts ping after the end of it. So, like, let's say you have a fuzz file, fuz. The extension on the file is .fuz. Then what you wanna do is you just wanna download an icon, just get you an icon from somewhere, it's an image, and you want to rename it. You want to take the period off the front, rename it fuzz, F-U-Z, period, PNG. That's all you have to do. And you throw it in this folder right here. Because to the applications, there is a base folder, which is the images, and then there is an indicators folder. And that is actually defined in the localization file. I'll show you that real quick. So that way you can see it. It is actually defined here. So this is where the localization language goes. Now, I can actually technically, well, actually, not technically, I did put some refactoring in, which split out file names from the actual localization code. But however, this one wasn't updated for that, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. This works just fine. But you can actually see, and if it's not in this one, see, FDR, that's the base, and then you have FDR3. And then these are replacement parameters. So that's the application path where the program was run from, and image. That's how it finds it. So in the program itself, in the code, it is actually listed as FDR. You can actually see it if you look at the code. See right here. And then this function right here converts it over. So that actually has a little piece of localization. It's a call to the localization library, which converts this over into the file namings. But it was just one line of code. And it is extensible, like I say. So, you can just put your own icons in there and you'll be good to go. And that way you can literally see exactly what what it is you're looking at. I don't have XML in there, but you could probably use a default. I don't even know if I have a default in there. You have to take a look at the lot. You have to take a look at the images and see right here. Like you could actually rename this to XML. So just to kind of show you, I want to make a copy of this. Let's just make a copy, and we're gonna paste it, which is gonna give me a second copy over here, right here. See, or right here, the copy. So let's rename this. We're just gonna rename it to XML dot, and then we got PNG. Let's see. And yep. Yep. That's it. So that's all you have to do. That's it. So now if it comes across a .xml file, that is what it's going to show over here. Pretty simple stuff. I try to simplify it as much as I possibly can. Uh, that way I don't have to go back. I mean, and for me myself, I don't want to have to go back in and figure stuff out, man. I was like, I've already spent too much. If I spend any brain power doing something, I don't want to rethink it. So if it's not, it should be something I can easily look at. So that's kind of like why I did it that way, and it's extensible, so it'll grow with you, and that'll basically kind of help to pick out what it is you're looking at. You can also there's still, like I say, part of the framework is a floating search. So you can still do this, right? So you can still look up, you can still, and it will find what you're looking for. I don't think you're going to find cave in here. Oh, there you go. So see, you can do cave. And I changed this right here. There's a next button. I actually changed the next, but I don't know if it's changed in the code or not. It should show the next page, but it may just show the next item going up. But that's how you can kind of look for it and kind of buzz through them all. You can still do that. Control Z doesn't work like it should. There's a bug in that I need to fix. So you can't just simply de-unhighlight them. So I'm just going to find just nothing. And then but you can still use that. You could probably still filter the text. I haven't tried these. So you can probably filter this with, God, I don't know, Cave maybe? Yeah, here you go. So there's all the file instances with Cave. Now, I don't know if the menu is set up to have Open Archive, but there you go. So yeah, works just fine. So this way you can look for specific files. You can specifically do a find. You can filter. So the filter actually will give you a list by itself of everything that has what you just asked for in it. You can click on them too. There's like little clickable options on that, or you can type it in, and that's what it will find for you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this one, and then I've got to hop off and do something, and then I'll come back, make a little quick video on. I do want to make a quick video on the phone mod utility. I only made a couple changes to it. I just kind of want to introduce that, and then I'll upload that version for everyone to kind of play with. So yeah, have fun, and again, really enjoy modding. It's fun to be creative. So enjoy life and enjoy being creative.